All right, I'm back. I know those of you who watch me regularly have in the past are probably wondering, where did he go? Well, given this is a passion project and a hobby for me, something I don't make any money off, when the rest of my life gets kind of crazy, this has to take, unfortunately, a back seat. So anyway, we're back. KTTH 770 in Seattle ran a story Monday headlined, Rantz, Seattle student failed quiz for saying men can't get pregnant. No, folks, I did not make up or exaggerate any of the facts of this story as I'm about to present them to you. This is what passes for science in 2023. This bizarre tale begins after a diverse 10th grade ethnic studies world history teacher at Chief Sealth International High School in Seattle gave students a quiz titled Understanding Gender versus Sex. Talk about preparing them for the real world, huh? Anyways, the quiz had a series of true or false and multiple choice questions. As you can easily imagine, the quiz was chock full of woke ideology and propaganda, like testing for proper pronoun usage in a variety of scenarios and confirming above all that students could correctly identify people's private sexual proclivities. Hey, I always like to guess at those myself. Setting aside the pronoun questions, which in themselves were one thing, it's the questions pertaining to science that sent things off the rails head first. Scientific questions like question 4, which was a true or false biology question with the statement, all men have penises. All right, audience, come on. Let's see what you can answer here. Or question 7, also another faux biology one, asking young minds to weigh on the truly complex true or false statement of only women can get pregnant. Now, I wonder if 10th graders in China are subjected to such difficult and onerous scientific questions as well. I'm sure the Chinese are preparing their children the same way. Anyways, looks like one Chief Sealth student incorrectly answered true to both biology questions, thereby failing the test and proving why every parent should homeschool their kids. The teacher who failed him was frustrated with his answers to the simple biology questions. I mean, come on, everybody knows the answers. I mean, after all, how he, they, them could be so stupid is beyond me and obviously beyond the teacher. I mean, it's like all the propagandizing his teacher, she, they, them was doing, was them doing, somehow failed to convince this dim-witted student the simple fact that women have penises and men can obviously get pregnant. Now, if that wasn't enough, the student's mother, not happy with the F her son received, wrote to Jason Rantz' radio show on KTTH expressing her frustration and anger. She said she reported the events to the public school district, but was met with silence. So KTTH called Seattle Public Schools, which ardently defended the quiz. It might not be scientifically accurate, but according to an SPS spokeswoman, lady, can I say that? It was inclusive. SPS stated the questions and answers were appropriate for ethnic studies, if not in human biology class. The district added that the student's failing quiz score would not be included in his overall course grade. Seems though the mom, who's a self-described moderate Seattle liberal, more likely leaning left because it is Seattle, isn't worried about the quiz grade. She's worried about what kind of science they're teaching down there. Not sure I would exactly call that teaching, ma'am. Now, she's worried about how the teacher will treat her son, knowing that he's openly defiant, so much so that he's thinking for himself and doesn't need Matt Walsh to explain the differences between men and women to him. The mom told KTTH that various fine SPS indoctrinators, teachers have already called her son effed. Well, at least they know how to use the F right. And then the standard go-to, of course, they also jumped on was he's a racist, a product of the patriarchy that teaches young boys not to care about anything, and advised him that he shouldn't use the term straight to identify as because it is offensive. Now, just wondering here, does that make a straight line offensive as well? Just wondering. It wasn't that long ago. Kids were told babies were dropped off by storks, or kissing could get you, or a girl, or a woman in this case, pregnant. But the adults who spouted this knew reality from fantasy. But today, we're locking up our kids for up to 8 hours a day with educators, and I use the term very loosely, who believe women have penises and men can get pregnant. Really? For up to 8 hours a day with these folks? Which begs the question, what's the actual point of sending your children to public school anymore? Anyway, I do appreciate you watching. Thank you very much. Please post any comments you have in the comment section. You can always follow me on my Rumble and my Locals account. I'm also on Twitter at Camera612. This video may get me violated, banned. I mean, who knows? I don't know. If it is, follow me on Rumble. You'll see me still posting there. And I will endeavor to try to post more regularly now that things have kind of, standardized in my life and a little more under control. Anyway, I will see you next time.